What's going on?
So we live right now. Okay, we are. All right. Shalom, Israel. Y'all Bashem, y'all Shah Brakatah to the brothers. Y'all Shemal Athar, Bashem, y'all Shah to the sisters. His priest officer by Yan Allah out of the Isupk. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street since 1969. We've been teaching that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Jews and Israelites according to the Bible. We are now under Commanding General Yohana, and we're going to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? The truth is here, and it ain't never going to be nowhere else, man. So now I want to just touch on a brief topic before Priest Officer Hazahar come back. Who are your real ops? You know what I'm saying? I mean, nowadays, our people, when I say our people, I'm talking about the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They always talking about they got ops. A lot of y'all don't even have ops, to be honest with you. You just don't know how to communicate with your brother when you have an issue. And I understand, you didn't really have a father figure in your life to really show you how to, do conflict resolution skills or anything like that. So all of a sudden you got ops. You ain't got no ops, bro. A lot of y'all don't got no ops. Y'all just don't know how to communicate. You ain't man enough. And if it gets to that point where hopefully it doesn't, it shouldn't really get to that point. But if it comes to fisticuffs, you ready to go unalive your brother because you can't take an L. You know what I'm saying? But what landed you in this position? How did you get here? How did we get in this position to where we view each other as ops? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go into the Bible real quick because that's where all the answers is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start with Deuteronomy chapter 28. And we're going to start with verse 1. And it reads this. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently, that means attentively, you know what I'm saying? You focus on what the Lord is saying, unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth. See, that's the position that you're supposed to really have on the planet Earth. You're not supposed to be working for the oppressor or these other nations. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be the one ruling and governing and managing the planet. But since you fumble that, we're going to get into it. You know what I'm saying? So it says that Lord God will set thee above high above all nations on the earth. Now we're going to jump down to verse 15. See, the Lord deals with pros and cons. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you choose to do, the Lord is going to give you the outcome of it. All right, you choose to do this is going to be the outcome. If you choose to follow me, this is your reward. And it's also a reward if you do evil or you go against the Lord. So verse 15 reads, Slaki, but it shall come to pass, if thou will not hearken, if thou will not listen to the Lord, unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So now you gotta look at who's under these curses, man. We're gonna get some examples of these curses. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, a lot of our people think that we view each other as ops, as opposition. We're not oppositions. Our opposition is walking up and down your neighborhood on the 1st and the 15th, collecting your rent money. That's your real opposition. Your opposition is not the brother that lives downstairs from you or lives across the street from you. That's not your opposition. Your opposition is named Goldstein or Reinberg or whatever, knocking on your door as soon as the first hit to collect that mortgage or that rent.
Right.
That's your opposition. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to show you that in the Torah, which is in the Bible. A lot of y'all don't believe that the Bible, is a book that has the Torah, but the Torah and the Tanakh originate from the first 5 books of the Bible and the quote unquote Old Testament. But we believe in the entire Bible. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to drop down to verse 54, I believe. No, wait. Give me 1 second. Yeah, 54. So Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you, and when it says tender, it's not talking about nothing zesty. It means like, like this is my brother. I care for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure he's good. Or you dropped your wallet. You know what I'm saying? We looked after each other. We cared for each other. That's what it means when it says tender. You know what I'm saying? So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. So now his eye is evil towards his brother. What does that mean? Like, yo, you go across the street, you know what I'm saying? You try to get you a little bacon, egg, and cheese or whatever. What happens? Yo, what you looking at? What do you mean? What am I looking at, man? I just crossed my eyes over you. Now, the next thing you know, you in a full-blown shootout because that's a curse.
Right, right.
That only affected one group of people. Nobody, no other nation on the earth goes through that. They all understand this is a game. This is a game. They all, even though they might have their little disputes, it's not on a massive level as our people. Our people have a curse on us where we hate each other. Right. And it's conditioned like that because the real opposition is the oppressor.
If you could have slide over the
slap yourself.
It's okay. Right there's good.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I want to read for you, right? What scripture we at?
I was at Deuteronomy 28 and verse 54.
Okay, 28 and 54.
Sir.
You want to read it again?
You.
So that Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
That evil eyes is what you call ice grilling. You ice grilling. Why this dude grilling me? He mean mugging me. Like, how you know he mean mugging you? First of all, like, if you ain't looking over there, you wouldn't know he mean mugging you. But that's the curse that happens. So and it's only our people that do this, man. No other. When you really just take a second and after this class, if you hearken into what I'm saying or what the scriptures are saying, rather, take a second and really think about that. What other nation is really doing this? What other nation is like? Have you ever seen the so-called Chinese man do this? Have you ever seen the so-called East Indian man do this? Nobody does this more than us. Yo, what you looking at?
Why you look at me for? Why you look at me for?
I never heard that. I never seen an altercation like that.
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, Ham.
What are you looking at?
Africans don't know. Nobody does this but us. This is how you know that the scriptures is talking about so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? They don't need this. We the only people that do this. You know what I'm saying? This describing us. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all like to exclude the so-called Hispanics. But take a trip to California. I guarantee you, it's gonna be like you looking at some Negroes because we the same people. We the only ones that go through this. Is there any more than that, sir?
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And towards the wife of his bosom, man. The DV, the domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, man. You know what I mean? Why you chewing so loud? You know what I'm saying? Like just random hatred for no reason, man. But it's just we disobeyed the Lord, so that's when we have these type of curses that is being applied on us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, man, our real opposition is the one that took away our identity, man. They took away our identity. We don't know who we are. If you don't know who you are, who you know who you fighting for?
Yeah, right.
You don't know who you fighting for. What side are you going to be on if you don't know what team you're on?
Right.
You're lost. You're losing. You're losing. And you don't even realize it. And then you come against the priests and prophets of the Most High that's trying to give you your identity back, trying to give you your power back. And you turn that evil eye against us. Like it said in Deuteronomy 28 and 54. That evil eye gets turned on against us because we're trying to set you free from this monstrosity, this captivity that you locked into. You know?
Right.
Hosea 4:6. Because it's crucial to know who you are, man. Don't let nobody lie to you and tell you that, because oh, because I know I'm an Israelite, oh, whoop-de-doo, and you still just going to be a Christian. No, you need to change. You need to, now that you know that you're an Israelite, you have rules and regulations that you need to live and abide by. And you need to teach your people that so that we can get out of this situation. But you tired of going to work every day? You tired of this now? But we're supposed to be ruling the planet Earth. You know how heavy that is? We're supposed to be ruling the planet Earth. Instead, we're on the bottom in every society, every ghetto, all across the planet, not just America. You go to London, you go to the Caribbean, you go to whoever's living in Russia. God, man, I hope ain't too many of y'all living in Russia, especially nowadays. But everywhere you go, we're going to be on the bottom because that's a curse, man. We disobeyed the Most High God, so we've been set low. Let me know when you got that.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Gotcha.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Notice it said my people. We'll get into that a little later because there's a lot of possessive words being said in the Bible because the word my is possessive, right? This is 101 grammar, vocabulary. My people are what?
Are destroyed.
Are destroyed. For what? Why are they destroyed?
For lack of knowledge.
For lack of knowledge. What is this knowledge? The knowledge of the law, statutes, and commandments. The knowledge that you are an Israelite. You are from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Ephraim, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Manasseh, Asher, Isupk, so on and so forth, wherever I messed up. This is your biblical name. You know what I'm saying? You're not a so-called Haitian. You're not a so-called West Indian. You're not a so-called Gadite, Dominican, Mexican, Colombian. These are modern names and terms they put on you. Every biblical nation is in the Bible. The Bible is not a religious book, contrary to popular belief.
Right.
The Bible is about the Israelites. And the Israelites are, like I stated before, the so-called Native Americans, Blacks, and Hispanics of Negro and indigenous descent. So if you're not one of those, then this don't really apply to you. But all will obey the laws of the Most High God in that day. Believe that. Is there any more?
God. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also reject thee.
And there you go. It goes back to Deuteronomy 28 and 15, man. You rejected the Most High, so therefore he rejected you. That's why he put them curses on you. He said, look, man, I was going to put you on top of all the nations on the face of the earth, but since you ain't want it, all right, I'm going to give it to somebody else. He gave it to the worst creature that you could possibly imagine, which is the so-called the oppressor. We're just going to say the oppressor. But if you read between the lines, we know who it is, man. It's the lice attractor. It's the garlic goblin. It's, you know what I mean, the most likely to become president. So that's who's over us right now. And that's why we're in the conditions that we're in today. It's not no coincidence. All right.
Okay.
And then you can see that right here in Ezekiel chapter 35, man. And then this is the problem, man. Instead of trying to work together, we try to seek mercy from this monster, man.
So like you see all the noise they're making over there?
Come.
Then no one ain't going over there to tell them to keep it down, right?
Right.
But when we over here teaching the word of the Most High, right, they're gonna come over here and say that we making too much noise if we can keep it down.
Oh yeah.
There's a room full of 8 people over there. You know what I mean? So just mark that when they come to us, but they ain't going to them.
Oh yeah, they're just having a blast over there.
You know what I mean? You know, disturbing the whole library. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe people can see the camera. This is the library. Yeah. By the way, we at Grand Plaza, right? And, right between Flatbush and Crown Heights, Brooklyn, right?
That's right.
So this is the Brooklyn Public Library. You know what I mean? And we got the rooms, right? Today we're in room number 6. Anybody want to come through, you can come through. And you text me. I'll put the number in there. Right, big up to Everything Divine. Oh, Everything Divine. Big up to Everything Divine. Shalom.
Shalom.
You know what I'm saying? How Shamar Sabah Shemir Shah for sure.
Shalom, Shah.
You know what I mean? But you can go ahead by a slug about that. I just wanted to show the hypocrisy of even the library.
Oh yeah, man.
That
comes with the curses as well, man. You set low. Mm-hmm. It's a couple verses in Leviticus chapter 26 also that shows you the power that the Most High gave you over the earth. Israel don't want it. Israel don't want it, man. They don't want it, man. Every time the Most High give you a chance to redeem yourself and give you power, I don't know, man. You just blow it. You just blow it. That's why Israel almost got wiped out at one point. And Moses had to plead with the Most High and say, yo, look, listen, you brought us out of Egypt just to wipe us out? Mm-hmm. He pleaded with the Most High for us. That's how hard-headed Israel is. And then, hey, it is what it is. You could already tell who Israel is. Who is most hard-headed on the earth than Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans? I don't know.
If I could read this right here again. Come. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It's Hosea 4:6. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
That's oh man, that's nasty, man. That's nasty work, man. Thou shalt not be a priest to the Most High, man. He basically gonna cut you off, man, for your ignorance, for you not knowing the knowledge and not accepting it as your Lord and Savior. Your Lord and Savior.
Right.
Ain't that what them Christians say? Right. But them Christians don't know anything anyway. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, back to the what it is, man. The real opposition is the so-called Edomites. Mm-hmm. The biblical term for pale people. The oppressor. The oppressor, you know what I'm saying? The one that runs this whole government. Those people,
Right.
And Ezekiel 35,
Okay, Ezekiel 35. I just want to say that last part right there says, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Okay. We're going to Ezekiel, what is it again?
35 and 5.
Ezekiel 35 and 5.
We're going to see who really...
You remember them test scriptures though, right? You remember them test scriptures, all right?
Oh, yeah, come.
Well, we can go ahead though, right?
Come.
Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Right. Thou hast had a perpetual hatred. I mean, it's an everlasting hatred. It's never going to go away. Mm-hmm. So this is your real enemy. Because even if I have a beef with a brother, it happens all the time. I personally grew up in Brooklyn. A lot of times we go to school with other brothers, even sisters, they get into it. You might have to knuckle up, in the playground or the bathroom, wherever, further down the line, by the time y'all become seniors, yo, what up? What's good? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? How we became cool? It's not perpetual because we don't really have a natural hatred for each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you did something completely diabolical, you know what I'm saying? Naturally, we don't hate each other. We love each other. We just been conditioned by our enemy, our oppressor. But they have a perpetual hatred for us. They come out the womb hating us. It's spiritual, you know what I mean? So it says what now?
Verse 5. Well, we want to start up here so we can understand.
Come.
Right. So this is Ezekiel 35 and 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Set thy face against Mount Seir. Mount Seir is our enemy. We're Mount Zion. This is two mountains. Like we're Mount Zion. That's Mount Seir. Mm-hmm. Mount Seir is the basically the government. If you want to look at it like that, is the government of our enemy, which is Esau,
right.
Which would be the modern day white man. You know what I'm saying? That's who our enemy is. Yeah. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's our enemy. Tough titty.
But what you said is so on point, because Mount Seir was the first place that in the Bible they recorded where the Edomites had lived.
Right.
You know what I mean? Them Edomites lived in Mount Seir. And just like you said, even though they branched out, the Lord is still calling them the mount, because mount in the Bible does mean government.
Right.
You know know what I mean? So you on point with that. So today, that Mount Seir that the Lord talking about, he's talking about the UN.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
NATO.
Yeah.
UN. Yeah.
He's talking about the White House. He's talking about the Senate.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He's talking about Donald Trump and Joe Biden. He's talking about Putin. You know what I mean? He's talking about the House of Parliament UK, House of Parliament France, wherever they got their governings at.
Yeah.
Australia. You know what I mean?
And one more thing, if I could add on, you could tell by the structure that they have for the White House. You know, the Lincoln Memorial in D.C., the pillars. It looks like Rome.
Right.
And we already know who the Romans' main enemy was. All you gotta do is pick up a history book. Even they'll tell you that, like, you know, 65 AD, 70 AD. General, you know, Pompey, Titus, Turbo.
Right.
All of the enemies of our people historically, which are still the enemies now. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, man.
So back down to verse 5.
Come.
Oh,
use that verse 3.
That was in verse 2.
Verse 2, yeah.
You want me to keep reading, or do you want me to just go back to verse 5?
You go to verse 5. That's 12.
I'm taking like a minute, right?
Gotcha.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Right.
Go ahead.
In
the time that their iniquity had an end.
Yeah, man. Even when we stopped going off, they just kept going, just kept slaughtering us. You know what I'm saying? They tried to wipe us out. You know what I mean? They have a perpetual hatred because we have the blessing of the Most High, man. We have the blessing of Jacob. I don't know why you mad? You didn't want it. You wanted raw meat. What you mad for? You was starving, right? You wanted that uncooked steak. Gave you that uncooked pottage. Now you mad because you realize what you really did. So that's your main enemy, man. Perpetual hatred. Remember that. It will never end. Don't let these devils fool you and make it seem like, oh well, you know, there's some good white people. Well, maybe they are, but as a nation, they're all going to be destroyed because as a whole, they don't have your best interests. If you really look at it, when you even get close, you're not even surpassing them. When you even get close to their status in society, they don't even like you getting close. And that's why you think when you move into them fancy neighborhoods, they call the police on you. Oh, well, the noise, there's a noise complaint. What noise? You won't even be playing music loud and there's a noise complaint. They don't want you near them. Right. They don't want you nowhere near them. And you're foolish behind. You think that, you get a little money, you want to go. Yeah, I get it. You want a better life for yourself. You don't want to live in the slums and in the ghettos and the trenches and everything like that. That's understandable. But don't go move next to these devils, bro. Because at the end of the day, they're worse than living in the ghetto. Yeah, I said it. They're worse than living in the ghetto. They're the ones that's going to frame you. Any little crime happen, you're going to be the number one suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just they're not your friend, man. What do you understand? I don't understand. History tells you that they're not your friend. All you got to do is watch Roots. Just watch Roots. You know what I'm saying? Like, what more proof do you need, man? They make movies about this every year. Get Out. What was that other movie? Us. They just keep showing you and telling you over and over and over. Like, they're not your friends. The most you could do is just be cordial with them and stay out the way. And just keep the laws and commandments and pray that, the Most High does what he promised he was going to do. And actually, to prove that this is not the white man's book, which a lot of you love to run with that, we're going to go into an entire book that shows you that it's not the white man's book, because it would be an entire contradiction. It's called the Book of Obadiah. Tell me why it would be an entire book prophesying the downfall of a person that wrote the book. I'm gonna help you out. Because he ain't write the book. It was written by Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The white man did not write the Bible. The Bible is not a religious book. It is a book about history, prophecy, and it's a constitution. It's also a war manual if you really want to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
What you're saying is so heavy. You know what I mean? Because now we just read Ezekiel chapter 35 and 5, right?
Come.
And in there, it says, thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. Now, that don't sound like it's the white man saying, yeah, you guys, some other people have the perpetual hatred.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you look at the cause of slavery. You look at the cause of the George Floyd protests and all of the what do you call it? Police brutality.
Yeah.
You look at the politics. You look at the unfair biases at the workplace. You look at the lynchings in the South. You see what I'm saying? Like you say, you go back down into history with the Romans. Who were the Romans' enemies? This is talking about them. You know what I mean? How dare anyone try to change it? And here's the thing. The only person trying to change what this is saying is a Christian church.
That's a fact.
So now here you are. We growing up black and Hispanic, black and Latino, black and Native Indian. And we grew up as a Christian. And the Bible has all this information that, you know, it took to the ISUPK in 1969 to bring this out. Before that, even to right now where people don't know us or people want to ignore us, like you said, they leave the black neighborhood, try to move into a white neighborhood. But who are you moving in next to? You're moving in next to the person who has had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel, which is our race.
That's right.
By the sword. You're moving in next door to Freddy Krueger himself.
Basically.
And the Christian church has not warned our people that you moving in next door to Freddy Krueger and Jeffrey Dahmer, Karen Krueger, and Karen Dahmer. That's what we're moving in next to, man. All the things that are mistake in this country, man, has been at the foot. All the blame goes to the foot of the Christian church.
That's a fact.
The key point too about moving into the oppressor's neighborhood. I got Deuteronomy 28 and 25 right here. I don't know if you can't get that from right there, boy.
Come on, sir.
Yeah, 28 and 25.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 25.
Right.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
You know where you're going to get smitten before your enemies at? Next door when you move into his neighborhood. My God, man, we got videos to talk about that where the cats moved to some white neighborhood and here's some devil coming out of his house saying, "What are you doing around here, black boy?" Yelling in his face and then body slammed him. And he was a guy from the Marines, a white guy from the Marines.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He upset that, you know, a black family moved in on the street in his neighborhood. You know what I mean? And he wanted to go express his displeasement of black people moving into their pure and white Catholic neighborhood.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
So like what a lot of our people don't understand is these people pay good money to stay away from you. Negroes and you Hispanics. And you pay good money to go next to them. That's the craziest thing.
You know what's crazy? Go on.
Nah, it's just wild. It's wild to me. Like they pay so much money to make sure they stay away from the urban community, and you pay so much money to go follow them.
Right, that's crazy.
And then you wonder why when
they upset.
Stuff like this happens.
Yeah. Hold on. You know where they was living at before they moved to them good neighborhoods out there in suburban America?
Wow.
They was living in Crown Heights. They was living in Flatbush. That's where they lived at. They lived in New Lots Avenue.
Good night. Oh man, yo.
They lived in East Tremont.
Oh man.
They lived in Jamaica Queens. They lived in Harlem.
Yeah, you gotta be from NYC to understand, man. These neighborhoods.
You know what I mean?
Man.
And then we had the thing. They lived in Canarsie up until the 90s. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And then black people was moving in.
Yeah.
And then we call it the white flight.
The white flight, yeah.
Because they're trying to get away from you.
Trying to get away, man.
They moved from Canarsie, Crown Heights, Flatbush, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, Sheepshead Bay. You know what I mean? And they're like, you know what? We're moving to Great Neck, New York. We're moving to, you know, Ronkonkoma kind of places outside. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, they were saying they were packed up and moved. They packed into Bensonhurst, you know, kind of places. Williamsbridge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Some people don't learn, man.
You know what I mean? Keep reading there, Baba Shah.
Kind of well, John. It says, thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them.
So this is us now. We in our black neighborhood, and we leaving our black neighborhood to go where? Thou shalt go out what?
Thou shalt go out before them.
We should go out one way against them.
One way against them, Slavic.
And this is how we're supposed to think. This is how we're supposed to think, because this is what they look at.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? We go out one way against them. The Lord don't say that you're going out there with them. And they don't look at it like you coming into their neighborhood to be with them.
Right.
They look at it like they moved away to get away from you. And here you are chasing them. That's how they think. They don't think. Yeah. They do not have to think like how you think. They're not obligated to think like you think. Because they talk peace too.
Yeah.
They talk about they want peace in the Middle East, and they go drop
nukes, bombs.
Yeah, they go drop the language.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Big up to Judine. I don't see why people don't see that already. Kanye, damn right. I'm saying, because you told him that's what he was teaching, right? Isharika, big up to Isharika, rib of Officer Barack, DC, strong brother right there. Big up to Princess Rye, all right? Big up to Barzara Car too. That's our brother right there. You know what I'm saying? Shalom to his sister Yaquar. Big up to Kwamida. All right, in Chicago, shalom to you, shalom, all right. But all this what they're saying is what we're saying right here, and this is why the sisters in UPK are so much better, all right, the sisters in the world, because they've been aided information, right, which is very key in how to survive in a place where we are surrounded by enemies. What I mean by enemies, they've already enslaved us. Right. You see what I'm saying? They've already done the damage. How the hell are we gonna say these people are okay? You're saying you're like you said, we lack knowledge.
Lack knowledge, yeah, man.
You know what I mean? We rejected the knowledge of the Most High. You know what I mean? And then we end up in almost change. Then we end up in drugs. Now we're gonna see our brother walking up and down the street begging for pennies because we rejected this knowledge. Keep reading.
Come. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them.
That's us. We flee New York. We flee into New Jersey. We flee into Connecticut. What's the other way? We got 2, right? We got New Jersey. We got Connecticut, right? We flee into PA. Yeah. Where else do we flee to? People from Brooklyn are fleeing to the Bronx. You see what I'm saying? We flee to Albany. Yeah. You know what I mean? We flee to Atlanta. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where's the other place we flee to? The brothers left North Carolina. One brother's moving back to North Carolina. Texas is another main one. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that 7 ways is not literal, you know, but it is absolutely metaphorical that we're moving out of town. I've seen people from New York saying they're moving to Chicago.
It's nice.
You see what I'm saying? God, I'm busy, Cameron. I'm busy. Put that down. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Give me all the way back up to the top of the shot. Oh, hold on, wait. That one was key too. Was that 26? Yeah, what does that say right there? Verse 26. Oh man.
Verse 26. And that carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air.
Right.
And unto the beasts of the earth.
Right. So it's talking about our under this curse, and we get unalive by our oppressor. Right? We feed the vultures, we feed the worms. You see what I'm saying? You know, they ain't stray dogs get to feed us off of us. But guess who's also a beast? According to the Bible. Our oppressors are a beast.
That's a fact.
And when we get unalived, they show up at the hospital to check to see if you are an organ donor. And they come and clean out your kidneys and clean out your guts and everything that they could recycle. You see what I'm saying? That's a real thing. Our carcass shall be meat unto them. This is something for them to use and consume. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Give me back to the top of Shah.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. Mm-hmm. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Diligently. That's the thing that we don't do. That's the reason why we think all people can be saved, and they think that God can love all people. And we move into a white neighborhood because we're not listening diligently onto the records that the Most High has left back for us. Keep reading.
Come. Of the Lord thy God to observe and to do all his commandments.
Right. Keep reading.
Which I command thee this day. The Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
God shall set us together with all nations.
Thou shalt set thee on high above all nations.
God shall set us in equality.
High above all nations.
In love with all nations.
Above all nations.
We should all be the same.
Above all nations.
We all bleed red.
Above all nations.
Skin color does not matter.
Above all nations.
This is the verse chapter 1, man. That is insane, man, to even know that's in the Bible, man.
First verse.
All like the first verse, man. I'm starting to find out that the Christians don't know the first verse of any chapter of any book in the Bible, man. That is crazy, man.
Either they don't know or they're not trying to look at it.
Yeah, or maybe they're not allowed to since slavery. Maybe this is what the slave master was trying to beat out of us. You see what I'm saying? Skip it down to verse what verse is that where we go out against them. Okay, here we go. Verse 7.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 7. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
There you go. Now, if the Lord is with us, and if the Lord is with us, when we move into that white neighborhood, God is going to make them rise up against you. Now, the end result will be either blessed by the Most High or cursed by the Most High.
All right.
Right? And here's how you know whether it's a blessing or curse. Now, these are the blessings. Here's what's supposed to happen when it rises up against you. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 7. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
They're gonna come to you and they're gonna come to your house, right, as you move into their white neighborhood, and they're gonna do something wrong, and God is gonna make them do something wrong right in front of you, right? And you're gonna use that, and you're either gonna call the police, or something is gonna happen where they are smitten. They get hurt in front of you. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna lose their house in front of you. That's what God is saying. I did not write that. That's what God said. Keep reading.
They shall come out against thee one way.
So when you move into their neighborhood, or when they move into your neighborhood, they shall come out against you one way. They plan to gentrify your neighborhood, or you plan to gentrify their neighborhood. Keep reading.
And flee before the 7 ways.
There's supposed to be another white flight when you move into their neighborhood. They're not supposed to be running you out of the neighborhood. This is what God said. This is how God runs the earth. You see what I'm saying? This was to come to gentrify your neighborhood, and for some reason or the other that I don't know about, that only the Lord knows about. They're supposed to leave Crown Heights, man.
Right.
What are they doing moving into Crown Heights? You know what I'm saying? Gentrification is the sign that the Christian church has failed us. Whatever religion you're in, whatever belief of God you're in, that is the evidence that you're following God the wrong way.
That's right.
Crown Heights is all Christians. That means the Christians have led us wrong, because God said our neighbors are not supposed to be taken over by someone else. Read it again.
The Lord, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 7. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee.
Gentrification. Keep reading.
To be smitten before thy face.
And that's what happened, because the imposter man. Yeah. The imposter man, he moved. First of all, he fled Crown Heights and Brownsville. As a matter of fact, Crown Heights especially was a historically black neighborhood. Yeah. So when the first slaves from down south who got free, they moved here. They got a brother called James Weeks, and they got a botanical garden called Weeksville over here in Crown Heights, right? That was the first property of free black slaves in Crown Heights. I think they call it the Botanical Garden now over there. They preserved that place because that was the beginning of Crown Heights.
Okay.
Back when crimes were still fields and stuff a little bit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? And our historically black neighborhood is all Jewish now. The signs are all over the place talking about the Moshiach.
Yeah, I see that garbage.
Yeah, the Moshiach. You see what I'm saying? So we lost our neighbors. Why? Because read it again. We gotta get the curse. What verse was the curse?
After 15 is the curses.
What was the one here? Here it is right here, 25.
Come.
Mm-hmm. Here's the curse right here. Here's how we lost Crown Heights. Read it again.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
That's gentrification. We lose our house. When they trying to buy a house from you, you say you don't want to sell. They do something to the electric wires and fire comes to your house.
Yeah.
See, that's the history of what's going on in Christ. Are you writing on the table? You better not be doing that. Oh, you're on that. Okay. You're about to face the wall in a second. Keep reading.
Come. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt go out one way against them.
So now you're trying to maintain Crown Heights. Keep reading.
And flee 7 ways before them.
You flee to Jersey instead. You flee to PA, you move to the Bronx, and you move to Long Island, and you move to Atlanta, you move to Texas, you move to Georgia,
right.
And then you move to Chicago. You move to Brazil. There's some brothers moving to Brazil.
Damn.
They say they can't have enough of this. They become
That's
passport, bro. And here's the other thing too. The imposter man, he's in charge of the media for black people.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So he moved into your neighborhood and he's looking for a way to destroy you. He goes up for a spell on you. What is that? What is a spell on you? It's something that you can't see, but it's being done to you. And you don't know what it is. He's putting things in the music to make your woman be against you. And your brothers be like, you know what? Because the Jewish man, he owns the recording company labels, right? Go face his war right here. Go face his war right here. Right? Because he owns the company labels, he's signing women face the war right here. Right? He goes and signs sisters who make the worst music in all life.
Oh man.
To degrade themselves as women, puts her to the forefront so that all the women can now be taught by the record label that he owns in the music to be terrible wives. And they do it.
And Salaki, if I may.
Yeah. Right quick. Yeah. Just tight in right quick.
Okay.
And when they do that, our brothers want to leave town. Read the part again.
Oh man. Salaki.
No. Say what you're saying. Say what you're saying right quick before you lose your thought.
No. I was gonna lose my thoughts, but I was just gonna add on to that, and that's why it's called it's a spell, because they don't even realize what they're doing. Now, the weak men, what they're gonna do is they're gonna become passport bros, right? And they're gonna end up getting kidnapped and getting their organs taken. And also, what's gonna happen is the ones that are following this music, because the oppressor is the ones controlling the media, the music, and everything like that, they're gonna be up in their 50s and 60s and damn, I'm not married. I don't have a man. I got 8 cats. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't even realize what's going on. You playing yourself. You know what I'm saying? He's the puppeteer, and you getting strung along, man.
That's so heavy that you said that, because that's what Eve was doing in the garden. Eve was getting talked to by the snake. You know what I mean? And then when they done lost the Garden of Eden, she didn't realize that she got swindled by the snake. You know what I mean? Where are they saying this in church? If they're saying that God gotta love everybody. If we're all the same. If we're all the same, then there's no snake. If we're all the same, then there's no gentrification. If we're all the same, then our music should be as uplifting as all the other people's music. I don't hear the Arabs' music destroying their family values and traditions in their culture. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't hear white pop music destroying white families and their structures. I don't hear that.
I don't hear it.
You see what I'm saying? Oh man. Right quick. Let me get Zechariah chapter 1. Right? Chapter 1 verse 2.
Book of Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 2. The Lord had been sore displeased with your fathers.
That's why we came with them slave ships. The Lord was displeased with our fathers. Read.
Verse 3.
Verse 4.
It's like verse 4. Be ye not as your fathers.
Don't be as your father. Don't be a Muslim like your father.
Right.
Don't be a Christian like your grandfather and his wife, your grandmother. Keep reading.
Come. Unto whom the former prophets have cried, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, turn ye now from your evil ways.
God told us to turn away from our evil ways. He said that we didn't listen. We kept eating pork. We say, yo, this is chitlin. This is the meat we can afford. Keep reading.
Come.
Sit down before that.
And from Salaki, and from your evil doings.
Sit down.
But they did not hear, nor hearken unto me, saith the Lord.
Keep reading. Verse 5.
Verse 5. Your fathers, where are they?
Damn. Where your daddy's at?
Where they at?
Yeah, where your dad is? Do you even know who your dad is? Oh man! Well, of course, it's talking about your forefathers. Right. But the Lord is a gangster in the way how you talk. You see what I'm saying? Now you don't even know who your daddy is, nigga.
That's crazy.
Baby boy. You know what I mean? Where your daddy at, huh? You don't know real man. You know what I mean? Read that again.
Come. Your fathers, where are they?
What country did you come from before we came here? That's the big question all the time, every day. See what I'm saying? Where do black people come from? What was black people's language?
Right.
Your forefathers. Where were they? We don't even know.
No, we was in Africa.
We was in Africa.
Wait. We was in Africa, which got 54 countries, by the way.
Hold on. In Africa, where were they? Read it again.
Okay. Verse 5. Your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? Verse 6. But my words and my statutes, which I command my servants, the prophets, did they not take hold of your fathers? And they returned and said, like as the Lord of hosts thought to do unto us, according to our ways and according to our doings, so hath he dealt with us.
Right. So you wanted to break the law, you wanted to sin against the Most High. The Lord gave you the punishment for that.
Right.
Give me down to verse 8.
Verse 8, I saw by night, and behold, a man riding upon a red horse.
This is in the spiritual world now.
Damn.
All right, this is the spiritual world now. Keep reading.
And he stood among the myrtle trees.
Right, so the red horse is the spirit of war and destruction. Keep reading.
Come. That were in the bottom, and behind him were their red horses, speckled and white.
And there was another red horse. And there were horses, right? Speckle. What's the speckled one again? That's the sick one, right?
Come.
And then the white one, right? The white one is supposed to be what?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's peace.
It's supposed to be the spirit of Christ, right? Or, the law.
Okay, come.
You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Come. Verse 9. Then said, O my Lord, what are these? And the angel that talked with me said unto me, I will show thee that these be. Right. This is what the Christian church has not showed us. They have not made us understand how the Most High works. But Zechariah right here is trying to make us understand how the Most High works. And the Christian church is going to say, you know what? The Old Testament done away with. Don't even read this. Oh, that's the same.
Don't understand. Don't understand Deuteronomy. Don't understand, how we go one way against them in some Black Panther march or some Black Lives Matter march, and they spread us out and they separate us and ruin our movements. Don't even investigate it. Don't understand gentrification. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 10. And the man that stood among the myrtle trees answered and said, these are they whom the Lord has sent to walk to and fro through the earth. Right. That's the spirit of Satan. You see what I'm saying? The spirit of war, the spirit of disease. How do you get the disease? By doing the thing that makes you get this disease. Eating pork, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that high blood pressure. Right. You're gonna get that cancer. Eating shrimp, yes, you're gonna get the messed up legs when you become an older woman. You see what I'm saying? You're sleeping around, you're gonna get that, what they call it, dirty blood. Yeah, so you're gonna get that bad blood, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna get the AIDS, you're gonna get the crab, you're gonna sleep with sleep with oppressors,
You know what I'm saying? You sleep with dogs, you get fleas. You're gonna get them fleas and them itchy scratchies. You're gonna get it because you did not obey the Most High. And that white, that oppressor don't love you anyways.
Right.
There's a challenge going around on TikTok, and all the oppressors are on there saying, "I sleep with black women, but I don't love them."
Yeah, I seen that. That's just wow. And
you know what's crazy? It's so heavy that the Most High brought that out in the earth, because we be saying it forever.
Yeah.
But you didn't want to hear us, no problem. Hear them.
Right.
Hear the white boys saying it. They do this with black women, but they don't love them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that sick Slacky. I seen that sick video. They was interviewing this oppressor, and he was like, "Yeah, I slept with I think he said like over 40 or something like that. Oh, like over 40 sisters." He said he slept with like over 40 sisters, but he was like, "No, I'll never marry them because they're black." Straight up, straight like that. And you goofy sisters gonna go out there and still try to chase them back. Well, let me tell you something, man.
You know what I say? You're gonna say, well, he's not all white, man.
Oh, well, you know.
That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say he's not all white men. But what about the white men that you do get? Is he one of them, or is he the one that you imagine about that you've never seen, that doesn't exist? Or is he, or is he? You can most likely say that he's his brother. You see what I'm saying? Because the Bible says that a man is just like his father. Now their fathers did that when we were in chains. That's what he did while he was in chains. They did it willingly. You know, so some of us did it to try to thinking that it would appease the master. You see what I'm saying? Some of us wasn't down with it, and when our sister wouldn't give it, the sisters got graped.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Ripped up and graped. You know what I mean?
Nah, you just giving it away for free. You just,
you know what I mean?
Just tossing it to the person.
You know what I mean? Thinking that, he's not like him. Well, you know why you think do you know why you don't think that he's not like the slave masters in the past? Because you don't understand the Bible. Right. You have not been taught. You rejected knowledge from the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Any more there? Give me the next shot.
Come. Where was we at? Verse 24. Oh, Salaki. Verse 12. No, verse 11.
Give me verse 11,
Yeah, come. And they answered the angel of the Lord that stood among the myrtle trees.
The trees in the Bible mean the families of the earth, right? I mean, this is one family of the earth. So, of course, even in the beginning, Eve covered herself with the leaves of the garden.
Right.
Because the whole earth, the people in the earth are like a big family tree. And we have our branch, and we got the tribes of our branches. And you have these other trees where they're not even related to us. There's some other tree. We're looking at the myrtle tree. We're looking at the other tree. We're the olive tree.
Right.
We're the olive tree with the olive branches, and Christ talked about the wild olive branches.
Yeah.
And how the wild olive branches of the olive tree got to be grafted back in. Now we're talking about the myrtle trees, which is to say another race. This is black talk here. You see what I'm saying? God. It's like we say we from the black tree, and they're from the white tree.
All right.
Don't bring that white seed onto my beautiful black flowers.
Right.
Don't bring that white pollen onto my beautiful black flowers. You see what I'm saying? My beautiful black petals. Not for white pollen. It's metaphorical. It's black talk.
Right.
Keep reading.
Come.
Hold on. We got some comments in here. Hold on. Big up to Andrew Dean. I see you come at that. Hold on. This was happening for years. Okay. You know what our people will say? Oh, well, our people is killing each other. Yeah, that's what it is. You know why our people is killing each other? Because the oppressor. Hold on, wait. John Hammond did this. Had you class the other day. He said the cigarette companies were not allowed to advertise cigarettes. Oh, yeah. So they put the cigarettes in all the movies. Did the cigarette sales go up? Yes, they did. Yeah. Yes, they did.
And Salaki, if I may, the competitors went up too. Mm-hmm. Everybody went off for that. Mm-hmm. Not only like Newport, Marlboro, Virginia Slim, whatever. All of them went up.
Hold on. Everybody will say there's an LGBT agenda because they're pushing it in the TV. Are they pushing it in the TV? Yes. Do we see more kids who don't know nothing about no love or sex or intercourse Are they becoming more what do you call that?
Resistant?
No, they're not resistant, but they're being more susceptible. They're being more accepting to this lifestyle. Are they being more accepting to this lifestyle? Yes, they are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now when black people kill each other, it's because did they make gangster rap? Did people want to live like the gangster rap? Just like how people wanted more than cigarettes when it was advertised to them? Yes, they did. The Bible is how the so-called black men and women should be thinking, and not in the minds of America. You're on point, Drew Dean. You're on point. And why you're so on point is that the Bible is a black book, like how y'all was saying a while ago, right? And our minds made this. But the way how the Christian church, because of the evil of the Christian church and the fake religious thing that the Christian church does, when you pull the Bible, people are thinking that I have to act like the Christian church. Yes, but Jesus Christ. But that's not how the Bible rolls, though. Even Jesus Christ, he was a man from the tribe of Judah. And he rolled like a man. He flipped them tables like, yo, who told you to be selling all this stuff in here? You see what I'm saying? He was not acting like a Christian. He didn't turn the other cheeks to the money changers that was in the temple. That's not what he did.
Christ wasn't buns, man.
You know what I mean? He was not buns. You see what I'm saying?
No diddy.
Okay, straight up. No, you funny.
You do say sell your person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get you one of those, you know what I mean?
Con. Any more there?
Con. We have walked to and fro through the earth, and behold, all the earth sitteth still.
All the earth is still. Here's the red horse now, and Satan. And he said, yeah, I'm walking through the earth, and everybody, now at this time, remember now, the children of Israel are destroyed, messed up.
Yeah.
So he's talking about our forefathers. We don't even know where they at. We don't even know who we are no more. And he's saying right now, all the earth sits still right now. Meaning what? The earth is peaceful. America is peaceful. Went through 40 years of slavery, lost everything. You know what I mean? But we got weed to keep us peaceful. So we got black on black violence. Why? Black on black violence stops black on white violence. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that there should be any violence.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But, one time black people did try to have a resistance, and there's no more of that. It's peaceful now. How's it looking in New York right now? I go outside, buses are driving around, white people walking their dog, riding the city bikes and jogging around town. And black people are poor and quiet and have started to accept that we are just in bad shape, and that's it. We're gonna leave it like that.
Just destroy.
You know what I mean? You know what? Just keep smoking cigarettes, because what else can we do? Keep smoking weed. Why? Because what else can we do? You know what you need to be? Young man, you need to be a basketball player. That's what you need to be.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna get up in life. We're gonna be up. You know we're gonna be. You know how we're gonna get out of the hood, man. We're gonna get that song, man. We're gonna get that song, and we're gonna knock them charts, man. You know what I mean? Woo woo. You know what I mean? We're gonna that's what we're gonna do. Or for the Source kids, we're gonna dance our way out of this. Yeah. We're not gonna become engineers. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be
electricians.
We're not gonna run any industry. We're not gonna try to own a part of the economy, but we're gonna dance, brother. Come on, let's do this. And I saw
you gonna tap dance your way out the hood, ain't
you know what I mean?
Look, man.
You know what I mean? It's bad. It's bad business, man.
It's bad. It's real bad.
You know what I mean?
It's nasty out
there. You want to add something there right quick? Steve? You want to add something there right quick?
Yeah, man. It's like, yo, you lost your will to fight, man. I think it's a scripture in Genesis said, that was Judah mainly. It said, Judah is like a sleeping lion, a crouching lion, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Who's gonna rouse them up?
Give me Isaiah 41, Isaiah 47:1. That's so heavy, because that is all the Bible is saying the same thing. Judah is like an old lion now. You know what I mean? Judah is doing this because he realized that he done been put in a cage.
Damn.
He can't roar no more. Every time he roars in the cage, they smack him. Shut up, lion. N-word. Lion. with all that fro. Put that fro there. You know what? Trim that fro off. Looking a little too fierce.
Word.
Make him look like a lioness.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Shaving off all of his hairs off of his head. Make him look like a lioness.
A lioness is less than a lion, brother. No,
You funny, right? What we got there?
But Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
That's what you want now. O virgin daughter of Babylon. Keep reading.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
That's talking about America. Keep reading.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Why was they called tender and delicate? Because there was so much peace.
Yeah.
Because the earth was still. The earth was at ease, what Zechariah was saying. Hold on. That's it right there. By the way, to let you know, we are in Grand Army Plaza. We're at the Brooklyn Public Library at Grand Army Plaza. You know what I mean? This is where the current gate of the Most High in Brooklyn is at. The ISUPK under Commander Gianna, the true gate of the Most High in this time. If it's not the ISUPK, it's not a gate to the Spirit of the Most High. If you're not in the ISUPK, according to the Bible, the Lord is not with you. You see what I'm saying? That's how it was since the days of Moses, brothers. You see what I'm saying? If you was not rolling with Moses, then you were likely for the Most High to say, yo, back up, Moses. Yeah. I'm about to consume all of them. I'm going to make a new tribe called the Mosesites out of you, Moses.
All right.
If you're not done, now why is that even in the Bible? It's so you can learn how to think. You got to get down with the family of the ISUPK. Remember the days of old. What was written for your learning was written aforetime, was written for your learning.
Right. Do
not ignore these things in the Bible. That's why we say these things. And people act like we ignorant for saying these things. Or we full of pride because we say this. Is it prideful to quote the Most High in the Bible? Or is it prideful for you to say that we're wrong while you don't know the Bible?
Let that marinate.
You know what I mean? We've been teaching the Bible since 1969. This family. How long have you been teaching the Bible and being taught the Bible? Since what, last year? Do you think you're bigger than... Lucky boy.
No.
Gone. Destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. The reason why you think that you shouldn't join the ISUPK is because you're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And you reject this knowledge. The same way we've been bringing out all day. We reject this knowledge. And because you reject this knowledge, the Lord has rejected our people who are not in the ISUPK. So you go with the IYC, the sister get great. She got great. Straight up. Joy Morgan got great. And she got unalived after she was great. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. You know what I mean? And then the news about them goes on and on. You know what I mean? Any more there?
Let's see. What was that? Verse 2. Take the millstones and grind mill, uncover our locks, make bare the leg.
Right, meaning uncover, make bare the leg, meaning to show the leg. Meaning we hiding under that skirt. We didn't know that he was so corrupt all this time. You know what I'm saying? Give me verse 1 again.
Verse 1, Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Hold on. Give me Joshua 3 and 12. Judges 3 and 12. Look at Judges right there. All right. Big up to Jamal Boots. Yo, Jamal, what city you in? What city you in, Jamal? When you ready, Bayan?
Go, sir. Book of Judges chapter 3 and verse 12. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord. And the Lord strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab.
I always bring this up.
Against Israel.
Right? I always bring this. I bring this to every single body. Meanwhile, they're going to say, God loves everybody. God doesn't favor anyone. That's someone extremely ignorant of the Bible. Right. When the whole Bible is talking about the love he has for the children of Israel. You see what I'm saying? How much time is Christian written in the Bible? How many times is Israelite written in the Bible? How many times is the children of Israel written in the Bible versus how many times Christian is written in the Bible? How many times is Catholic written in the Bible? See what I'm saying? Read it again.
Judges chapter 3, verse 12. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord.
We did evil again in the sight of the Lord, it said. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading. And when we do evil in the sight of the Lord, the earth is at peace because they rule over evil and they gentrify you. Yeah. Keep reading.
And the Lord strengthened Eglon.
How does the Most High punish us? Why was the earth still? Because the Lord strengthened who?
Eglon.
Eglon who?
The king of Moab.
The king of Moab. He gave us another heathen to rule over us, to be king over us. To do what?
Against Israel.
To be with Israel.
Against Israel.
God loves all people.
Against Israel.
He's going to make all people love Israel.
Against Israel.
Together with Israel.
Against Israel.
The Lord makes the heathen against the Israelites. That's why we live in this condition. That's why we lose in Crown Heights.
Right.
That's why we lose in Flatbush. That's why we lose in Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy, Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy do and die. Biggie.
Hey, look, listen.
Bed-Stuy is a Caucasian neighborhood, man.
It's lucky.
Skateboards and white graffiti. You see what I'm saying? That graffiti is from skateboarders and b-boys, you know, white boy b-boys, and you know, Brooklyn skinny pants white boys with the hair, the white boy with the hair. Yeah, that's them. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Slaggy, I was gonna say, I don't know. It's a certain section in Bed-Stuy. It's just ham sandwich. It's ham jam over there. I think it's Bedford. I think like Bedford and Fulton or whatever. That whole section is just hamites. You nothing but scooters, man. It's crazy over there. They took like I never seen Bed-Stuy look like that. But yeah.
Any more there?
Concert. Because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord and gathered unto him the children.
Okay, because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord. So that's how the Most High works. The Most High, we do evil in the sight of the Lord strengthens heathens.
Right.
That's a very key thing we have to remember forever. When we do wrong by the Most High strengthens heathens, strengthens the Jewish man. You see what I'm saying? Strengthens the Chinese man. You see what I'm saying? Strengthens the African man. And they all come together and they make waste of the children of Israel, us. We lose our neighborhoods to them. Nobody's talking about, oh yeah, we in Harlem, black. We gotta invite the Africans into Harlem. That was a big mistake.
That was a horrible mistake.
You done lost half of Harlem with that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, guess what? You're not welcome down to move in down on 116th Street no more. And you tell them about this. You try to give the brothers knowledge and sisters knowledge about this, and they don't want to hear that. They reject knowledge. No problem. You're gonna lose your neighborhood. And with that, I want to say this is the end of class, right? We are at the Brooklyn Public Library, Grand Army Plaza, right? We are in room number 6, right? Anything you want to say right quick, Bayam?
Know who your real enemy is, man. It's the oppressor, man. It's in your face. Stop denying it. And, you know what I'm saying? The home of the truth is here, man. Isupk, I'm the Commander General, Your Honor. We've been teaching the truth since 1969. And we ain't going nowhere till them carriers drop, man. That's pretty much it. That's all I got to say.
For sure. Now, Yaqua, Shalom, right. We thank you everybody to join us today. Big up to Jamal Boots, right? Drew Dean from Ida, all right? Right, shalom. How about Shimshak with thumb to the brothers? How Shamanathan by Shimshak to the sisters? All right.
Shamanathan by Shimshak.
God, that's right.
Zealous.
This is young man right here. Young man Shabbatak right here.
Yeah.
Right, Shabbatak.